Prioritizing strength training is a crucial but often underappreciated strategy for reducing visceral fat. While cardio is commonly associated with fat loss, resistance training plays a uniquely powerful role in reshaping the body's internal metabolism, especially when it comes to fat stored around the abdominal organs. Building and maintaining lean muscle mass doesn't just improve physical strength, it fundamentally changes how the body processes energy, regulates hormones, and stores fat. One of the key reasons strength training is so effective is that muscle tissue is metabolically active. Even at rest, muscle burns significantly more calories than fat, meaning that increasing your lean body mass raises your resting metabolic rate. This makes it easier to maintain a calorie balance that favors fat loss, including visceral fat, without having to dramatically cut food intake. Over time, this shift in body composition allows the body to become more efficient at burning fat throughout the day, not just during workouts. Just as importantly, resistance training has a direct and lasting effect on insulin sensitivity. When muscles contract under load, whether through bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, free weights, or machines, they increase their capacity to absorb glucose from the bloodstream. This reduces the amount of circulating insulin required to manage blood sugar, thereby lowering the risk of insulin resistance, a key factor in visceral fat accumulation. With consistent training, muscle cells become more insulin sensitive, reducing the hormonal signals that trigger fat storage in the abdominal cavity. Scientific studies show that resistance training alone, even without significant weight loss, can reduce waist circumference and improve metabolic markers associated with visceral fat. This is especially promising for people who are metabolically obese but not overweight by BMI standards. In some cases, strength training produces better improvements in body composition than cardio alone, particularly when it comes to preserving or increasing muscle mass while decreasing abdominal fat. Beyond the metabolic benefits, strength training improves posture, joint stability, bone density, and functional strength, all of which become increasingly important with age. After age 30, people naturally begin to lose muscle mass each decade, a process known as sarcopenia. This loss of muscle can slow metabolism and increase fat storage, particularly in the abdomen. Resistance training helps counteract this process and can even reverse it when paired with adequate protein intake and recovery. For optimal results, strength training should target all major muscle groups, including the legs, back, chest, arms, and core, at least 2 to 3 times per week. Exercises like squats, lunges, push-ups, rows, and deadlifts are particularly effective because they engage multiple muscle groups and stimulate a higher hormonal response, including the release of growth hormone and testosterone, both of which support fat metabolism. Importantly, strength training doesn't require a gym or heavy weights. Bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, and household items can provide enough resistance to challenge the muscles, especially for beginners. The key is progressive overload, gradually increasing the difficulty or resistance over time so that muscles continue to adapt. Paired with adequate rest and recovery, this approach can lead to steady improvements in strength, muscle tone, and fat loss over weeks and months. It's also worth noting that strength training can improve mood and stress resilience, both of which affect fat storage. Exercise stimulates the release of endorphins and can reduce cortisol levels, which may help mitigate stress-induced abdominal fat gain. Combined with better sleep and diet, resistance training creates a foundation for comprehensive, long-term metabolic health. In short, strength training is not just about aesthetics or muscle definition. It's a strategic intervention to alter the hormonal and metabolic landscape of the body, making it less favorable for visceral fat accumulation and more conducive to fat burning and insulin balance. When done consistently and safely, it becomes one of the most powerful tools for reshaping health from the inside out, with benefits that extend far beyond the scale or the mirror.